What's up guys, 5 here. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to continue looking at what's new in the Silence of the Fury DLC, but this time we're going to take a look at the Lizardmen. In the last video, we get to see what's new for the Beastmen, but today we're going to take a look what's new for the Lizardmen. But not only that, let's also take a look at the other FLCs, because in my previous video, I actually said the FLC for the Beastmen is the Great Grey Shaman. So today, let's take a look at what else the FLC has in store for us. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First off, let's take a look at the new legendary lord for the Lizzie boys, and it's none other than the myth, the legend, Oxyotl. That's right, guys. The Chaos Hunter is finally in the game, and the guy who survived the Chaos Realm. Oxyotl has scaling damage. The amount of damage that this unit causes increases based on the amount of hit points the target has lost. He also has stalk. And of course, he's a chameleon, that means he can be hidden. He even has fire whilst moving. In the campaign, this guy's had some interesting, effects for himself and his army. Like, he has upkeep for frickin' skink and chameleon skink units, so... Sorry, Taehanowin, you're kicked out of the throne. Also, the campaign has immune to diplomatic penalties from trespassing territories. Yeah, you know, he's a sneaky dude and, likes, going around, and nobody notices him, so that's freaking cool. He even has interesting buffs for freaking skinks. So you're in luck having a ranged doomstack in your army, because of course we all know Oxyotl likes having range, boys. So yeah, you're in luck. If you focus on range and ambush attacks, then this is the guy for you. Also, forgot to mention in the last video that Taurox has a legendary item, which is the Tool Flaming Axe, which does a lot of damage in melee combat. Now let's talk about Oxyotl's legendary item, and that is the Golden Blowpipe of Patuhi. Patuhi? What kind of name is that? Whoever named this item is bad at making names. He also has Master Predator, which gives him 20% range, he has snipe, and he is unspotted. Plus, he will lose speed and charge speed whenever this ability is active, which is right here. He also has Cold-Blooded, which stops rampage, and he has Slippery, which will increase speed and melee defense. And of course, we all know this guy is a sneaky dude, so we're gonna need something, He's a blowpipe dude, and you don't want him to get close to melee combat, because why would you do that? You'll die if you do that. Also, his legendary item is an ability, and yes, it's a magic missile. And what better way to test this new ability against this guy who is running aimlessly? Alright, Oxyotl, let's see what you got. Snipe him! Come on, snipe him. He's all alone. I mean, just look at him. Haha, look at him. He's walking all by himself. Get him, dude. Ah! What's this? Okay, that's just a new ability. We've been spotted by so many beastmen. Do it! Whoa! I want to see a replay of that.
360 Ooga!
And since there are no new lords for the Lizardmen, let's talk about the new hero for the Lizardmen. And that is none other than the Skink Oracle. That's right, guys. It's finally in the game. And the Skink Oracle is a spellcaster. I mean, look at his spells. He got the Harmonic Convergence. He has my favorite spell, the Flock of Doom, and the Wind Blast, and so much more. And you know what's freaking cool about this guy? He is riding on top of a Troglodon. Now I realized that when I was talking about the Skink Oracle as a hero option, it has no mount, he just stands on the ground, casts spells and stuff. But I realized in the lore, the Skink Oracle must always stay on the Troglodon since, he tamed it, so he never leaves its side. And of course, yes, the new unit, the Troglodon, is finally in the game. That's right, the blind boys are finally in the game. And look at them, they look freaking cool. And they don't have eyes. How come I did not know that? How come I didn't know that Troglodons don't have eyes? That is so freaking creepy. A creature with no eyes that murders literally everything in the battlefield. Wow. But these guys are also missile monsters. If you guys saw in the trailer, this creature can spit a huge amount of poison and can, kill a bunch of infantry units. So this guy is like your, orbital artillery anti-infantry unit. But this guy can also take out a giant. If you guys see in the trailer, Troglodon's poison killed a giant. So it's also maybe anti-large when you have more of them. So that's cool. That means these guys are better than the salamanders and the Razordon herd. I don't know how you say its name. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. I know, I'm talking about the hero first, not the units, but it's already showing the new unit, the Troglodon. I forgot to mention the Regiment of Renown, the Pale Death. He's armor piercing, he can cause terror, and has poison attack. Alright, Oxyotl, I want you at the front, and I'll kill some beastmen. Let's go. Fire in the hole! Or you go focus on him. Or you go find them. These guys are like the Spinosaurus of Lustria. I mean, just look at their spines. Here comes the boys. Get them. Do the 360. Boom. Hey, boys. Fear. Boom. Boom. Get in there. Fear. Fear. Cast some spells. I don't care. Just do it.
Monster kill!
Eat Lizardmen supremacy! Get in there, dude! Let's go! You, get in there! Fight them! You know what? Get him. Come on, dude! What's he doing? He's just casting spells while moving? Come on, dude! Get him! Well, that was an interesting battle. Let's take a look at the new units. Now let's talk about the new units for the Lizardmen. And I know I just showed you the Troglodon, but let's just move on. First up, we have the Chameleon Stalkers. That's right, guys. We got ourselves a new chameleon skink in the DLC. I mean, just look at them. The difference between the actual chameleon skinks is that they have flame attacks. Let me show you the difference. The chameleon skinks that are already in the game have vanguard deployment, and they're also chameleons, so they are invisible. They have aquatic, and they fire whilst moving. But the chameleon stalkers, they have precursor missile weapons, which is, if fire will is disabled, a unit with a precursor will only fire at a target that a precursor missile weapon will only fire at a target. They're also vanguard deployment, they're also chameleons, and they can dodge. Now, the reason why I don't want to show you the Blessed Chameleon skin is that they have the same thing again. Vanguard deployment, they are chameleons, they're aquatic, and they fire while moving. Before we go on to the next unit, let's talk about the Regiment of Renown that's in the DLC. The Gelfblom's Terror, a Regiment of Renown version of the Feral Carnosaur. This guy is armored, armor piercing, anti-large, and he has vanguard deployment.
Yeah, boy.
So it's really cool having a Carnosaur that has Vanguard deployment. I mean, in the other Carnosaurs, they don't have Vanguard deployment. I mean, they just, stay in line and stuff. Now let's take a look at the big daddy of the DLC, the coatl. That's right, guys. The coatl is in the game. Look at it. It's freaking cool. Now, as you may know, if you guys remember the tabletop, the model of the coatl looks like a snake with feather wings and, can summon magic. But in game, they look avian, meaning it's a bird. I mean, just look at it. It looks like a bird. This guy has two abilities. He has the I don't know how you pronounce this. I'm gonna say Uranus Thunderbolt. Uranus Thunderbolt. He also has the Lesser Chain Lightning, which deals a lot of damage to multiple units. But if you want something cooler than this guy, then look further to the Regiment of Renown, the Spirit of Tipok. And look at him! He's so freaking cool. I'm just gonna say it. The coatls are the mothers of Lustria. They are their true guardians. They protect the jungles from any threat. So good luck out there, Marcus Wolfhard. This one has other abilities. First being the Shield of Thorns. Gives 20% physical resistance and 30% base weapon damage. So this guy's a buffer to units. And he also has Lesser Banishment. I'm assuming this ability is just like the coatl's ability with a Chain of Lightning and stuff. And let's test this. Come at me, you weaker beasts. Charge, my fellow lizards. Show the tendrils of chaos no mercy. Bring the coatls in. Here comes the beastmen. Fire! That's freaking cool. I missed. This puts me off that ability as well. It's cool. Wait, stay still, stay still, stay still, stay still, stay still, stay still. Oh, it's that thing like in the Lord of Heavens. I think it's the Lord of Heavens. Get in there, boys! Fire! Come on, boy. Get up. 360. Boom! Let's go! Also, let us not forget the FLCs that were announced during launch of the DLC. Starting off with a new legendary lord for the dwarves. The one, the only, Thoric Ironbrow.
Grongnes well!
That's right, guys. The dwarves got a new lord. And the dwarves got a new interesting rework. They have runes. And each rune comes in different types. One that buffs units and one that debuffs enemies. Like the rune of negation that gives 40% damage resistance. Or the rune of oath and steel that give us 30 armor. We also have the rune of wrath and ruin, which makes an explosion, and rune of slowness, which slows enemy units, and rune of speed, which increases the speed of dwarves and all that kind of stuff. And you have also the rune of breaking, which gives armor-piercing weapon damage and base weapon damage, but gives us sundered armor and negative 330 armor. So it's best if you give these things to you know, slayers, because these guys don't even need armor. They just fight to their death. But the FLC also announced a new hero for the dwarves, the runesmith.
War of vengeance!
And he has the same thing as well, and it's freaking cool. So yeah, we have like a new dude for the dwarves, so you know, for runes and stuff. Because we all know dwarves love runesmithing, and you know, want to buff your weapons, buff your armor, and I love those. Now you might be thinking, Space Knight, I have a question. What is that? What's that down there? Are those ogres? Yes, that's right, guys. The ogres are now in the game.
When do we eat?
Don't worry, you'll eat when this video is over. And that's right, guys, the ogres are finally in the game. Look at them. In Warhammer Tabletop, they actually were called ogre bulls, but instead they just want to, you know, just make it ogres. Maybe they can rename it when the ogre kingdoms are announced. So yeah, the ogre kingdoms confirmed for Warhammer 3. Let's go. Next, we have the ogres with dual weapons.
When supper?
Dude, like I said, once the video's over, you'll have your supper. Look at them with their dual weapons. They even have like those belly shields, which is freaking cool. They even have this thing called ogre charge. When attacking brace charge defenders, this unit only uses half of its charge bonus. Yeah, so it's okay when it comes to like swordsmen and other kind of stuff. But if it's someone with the thing called charge defense against large foes, that's a problem for an ogre. Next, we have the man-eaters, pirate ogres.
Meat! Meat! Meat!
Yes, meat. You'll have your meat when the video is over, okay? And these guys are anti-large and they're armor piercing. So if you have a situation like you want to fight a giant or stuff, then this is the guy for you. Next, we have man-eaters with ogre pistols. Look at them. And finally, we have my favorite unit, the Mornfang Cavalry.
Mornfang Cavalry!
Look at them. They look freaking cool. I mean, in tabletop, they look like this, but now in the game, they look like this. Are you boys excited for Warhammer 3? Yes! And also, meat! Yeah, we need some meat right now. Okay, I'll give you the meat, but do me a favor. What? I want to test you guys in a fight. Oh yeah, who are we gonna fight? Greenskins? Alright, dwarves, to buff those ogres up, because we're going to fight our worst enemy. The worst of the worst. An army of skinks! Ogres! 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 It's feeding time! Alright, boys. Be buff. Buff. Buff them up, boys. Buff them up. Buff them up, boys. It's feeding time, boys. It's feeding time. Get in there. Get in there, ogres. Get the skinks. You know what? Let's get some damage resistance. And these guys need some damage resistance. Get the skinks. It's feeding time, boys. Number 2. How are you guys doing? You going home? Don't leave. Let's go. It's a massacre. supremacy? How are you losing against an army of skinks? Explain to me.
Victory is mine!
Long live ogre supremacy! Long live ogre supremacy! Look one, and he gets it's beating time, boys. Also gonna mention the ogre mercenaries, which I forgot to mention they're called mercenaries. Every faction can use them. Let me show you. Beastmen can use them. Dark elves can use them. Even the Hunts Marshal can use them. The Skaven can use them. The Tomb Kings can use them. Even the Warriors of Chaos. And even more funny, the Scurvy Pirates. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoy my review of the Silent to the Fury DLC. And the DLC is out now, so you can buy it right now and have some Beastman fun or Lizardmen fun. And, you know, that kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to do more, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what to do next. Plus, this supports the channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!